Yeah, yeah.
We got a funny story to tell you to lead things off where our day and my computer went upside down.
They thought it was Australian.
I
Something like
thought it was
that.
Chinese or something. I don't know.
I don't know what they thought. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Those damn seals.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go! Those seals need to go to hell. What they need.
They never will.
Good morning and welcome one and all to the fabulous, fantastic football Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. Hour one is powered by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. Well, the Cubs are proving me right. The Blue Jays are proving me right. And we got a weird story about what happened to one of my computers back in the day.
I love that we take one. Well, first opening parting shot at the Chicago Cubs.
You're darn tootin'.
All right.
You don't know look. They fire it up.
Which one
Tank.
you want?
Tank. He was
Where's
Tank.
Hank? Where's
Hank? God dang it, boy. I told you to shut the hell up. I'm tired.
Hank? Shut up or I'll sock you in the tummy.
I tell you what.
I'll tell
All
you
right.
what. The Chicago Cubs are proving me right. There was so much ballyhoo throughout the season because of Kyle Tucker and Ryan Presley and Pete Crow Armstrong and this and that and this and that, and it's turning out to be yet another lost Cubs season. It helps that the Milwaukee Brewers have stomped the Cubs into the dirt.
But we
They
are
are-
talking about the
Yep.
Chicago Cubs.
Thank you, Tom Brenneman, for that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, let me invoke Tom Brenneman here. The way he began Game 6 is the way you can put this season into focus for the Chicago Cubs. When Tom Brenneman said, quote, well, the stars seem to be aligned for the Chicago Cubs. Close quote. That's one.
Oh, boy.
That's
They
one.
had Pryor on the bump for that game. And then the
They
next
had
game, they
Kerry
had
Wood
Kerry Wood
behind him.
Yep.
And then Tom Brenneman said, the line of all lines. What's up, Pensman? And Pensman, I have to talk to you. I will make sure I talk to you this weekend. And then Tom Brenneman said, the line of all lines, quote, well, we are talking about the Chicago Cubs. Close quote.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, Tom Brenneman, for that.
Yep.
We had a pitcher's duel in the Sky Dome yesterday.
Yes, we did.
For 5.5 innings. Nothing.
That game lasted just a little over 2 hours.
2 hours and 6 minutes,
for
to be exact.
Full 9 innings.
Lasted 2 hours and 6 minutes. Michael Bush got the Cubs on the board with a home run.
That's good.
Vladdy Guerrero Jr. said, "Take that."
Doubled it
with a 2-run home run. That came in the 7th inning.
402 to left center.
And the Cubs couldn't do nothing since.
Here's the thing that crystallized the Cubs for me personally. 8th inning.
Yeah, I was about to say they had a shot in the 8th.
The 8th inning.
This is where I came back from my interview. I had to step away, and the boys held it down for me. Go on,
I think
Victor.
the first guy walked, right? Or was it a double?
Oh, I have to take a look at this.
I think the first guy walked. Then there was a base hit. And then a wild pitch happened, which moves the guys into second and third.
Second and third.
Nobody out.
You just took where I was going to go. There's the caveat, folks. No outs.
No outs. And I'm thinking, oh, crap. This could be where the Cubs make some hay. You might have extra innings. The next 3 batters, all 3 struck out.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Shaw doubling to left, and then Suzuki ended up walking.
Okay.
A double, a walk.
Then a wild pitch, it moves him into third and second with nobody out. This crystallizes everything I think about the Cubs. You think the Cubs got a chance? You
Take
think
it, detective.
maybe?
Take it, detective.
You think the Cubs got a chance? You think the Cubs got some shot just like they did in 2003?
Oh, God. 2003.
Oh, hell.
And then they mess it up just like Alex Gonzalez, who couldn't turn a double play.
And bobbled by Gonzalez, and everybody's safe. Once again, thank you, Tom Brenneman.
And yet he's like to blame Steve Bartman, who is still in the witness protection program.
He's in there forever. All
yes,
right?
he is.
He's in the, even though the Cubs did win in 2016, he's in the witness protection program forever. He cannot show his face in the city of Chicago.
The Cubs in 2003, as well as yesterday, were about as effective as Caleb Williams will be in the NFL season.
Woof.
I'm gonna stop there.
What the detective drink get on that one?
You don't want that combination because I had it this morning.
Damn.
It's crazy.
A decade ago. Listen, Deeds is in already. It's funny when a team as bad as the Cubs have been since their World Series victory. What, a decade ago has a good season. The hype train goes through the roof, but then they come crashing back down to earth. Yeah,
because
they
they're
also
the Chicago Cubs.
They're the Cubs.
That's just how it is.
It's going to happen.
It's going to take another 100 years before they get another World Series.
It's going to happen. Who you crapping? They're the Cubs. It's an old song.
It's an old spoof song from Don't Stop Believing to called Please Stop Believing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But again,
then there was another song. We found this. Victor and I found this on YouTube and just cracked up laughing. 99 years of Cub losses.
99 years. So
set to 99. Set to an old 80s tune called 99 Left Balloons.
Yep.
Then there was one. I think Ryan would love this one, the best one, because it goes from Go Tell on the Mountain, but it's Go Blame It on Steve Bartman.
Oh, blame it on Steve Bartman. Oh no. Now I'm gonna have
to I don't know if that person is still
Close the tank. Close the tank.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know if that person's still on YouTube.
Hang on.
Pauline, who's your team?
He's an A's fan.
Oh, he's
remember?
okay.
He's
Well, that
A's.
explains.
That explains
Hey,
everything.
brain fart. Hey, Pauline. At least the White Sox won one since the A's did in 1989.
Oof. Oof.
You got swept by Cincinnati in the World Series in 1990. You got blasted in 1991. 1992, you meet the Toronto Blue Jays. What have you done since? A lot? Yes. Okay, I'll give you that.
The A's. They're the A's.
At least the A's, at least the Oakland Athletics
Mm-hmm.
have somewhat of a better history than the Chicago Scrubs.
Every team has a better history. I'm willing to maintain that the Cleveland Cavaliers have a better history than the Chicago Cubs. Heck, the Cleveland Browns have a better. No, I can't even say that.
Don't you
Browns.
ever tell that lie on this show.
I can't even say that. It's the Cleveland Browns.
Pauline says, "Don't remind me. The closest we got to a World Series was the 2016.
I remember that.
Yep, you were in
I
the
still
championship
blame.
series, and then Maglio Ordonez ended it.
I still blame the Chicago Cubs for allowing Juan Pierre to rap. And yes, that actually happened. After the Florida Marlins beat the Cubs, went to the World Series, and won that, we were all treated, in quotation marks, to Juan Pierre rapping.
Y'all were treated to that.
I would not call that a treat.
I laughed my head off.
I couldn't find anything funny because look, Shaquille O'Neal rapping is better than Juan Pierre rapping. That's all I gotta say about that.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something, yes.
And that's saying something. Shaquille O'Neal, the same guy that roasted Kobe Bryant in a rap and now cries every time they mention Kobe Bryant's name, which I can't blame him.
No one can blame him because even though they had beef,
I can't blame him. They settled it. At least they settled their beef and had an open interview for 40 minutes, which made me cry all over the place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was still his partner.
Now, listen. I unfortunately lived with a Cub fan for 2 years.
I'm sorry.
And they were the longest 2 years of my life.
Ew.
Yeah, it was Vooter. I'm sorry, twice.
Yeah.
2 years I lived, 2.5 years actually. I lived with this Cub fan.
2.5 years.
Long years.
Mm.
Let me breathe. I'll tell you all about that, and then we'll bring Deets in when you all get back.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned. sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
You fool!
Delete! 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 Delete!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Even I don't know at this point.
For about a year and a half on the show, we had something that Cole Johnson creatively called the Cubdom Experience. And
oh my God, yes.
And it chronicled my 2.5 years with my Cub roommate, which was hell in a handbasket. I will never forget what Wise El Jefe said about the arrangement when he said that's a whole relationship I was in. And he was right. But given the fact that it's Friday, I don't have the intro, which is I don't have the intro, but I do have this.
The therapy session.
Let me tell y'all about a time.
Oh no.
That my roommate, who is a very staunch Cub fan to say the least, tried his best to get me to go to a Cub game with him. And boy, did he try. The biggest part of the temptation?
Food.
Not just that. They were playing the St. Louis Cardinals. Let me say that again. They were playing the St. Louis Cardinals. My first ever favorite team before the White Sox came along in 1983. He waved those tickets in front of me, and I about slapped him.
What?
I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to him there, or there, or there. I just wisely went upstairs to my room and told him,
see you later! I'm going to politely decline.
And I locked the door. He picked that bitch.
Yep.
He picked the lock to my room without my permission. Now, given the fact that I was in a situation where I could not react the way I want to react, he came in, flopped on the bed, and said, you can't make me move. I said, will you get off my bed, please? He says, go to a Cubs game with me, and I will.
Bruh.
Plenty of wrong ways that can be taken.
Well, I took it one of those wrong ways, and I went the off.
Beat him down.
I went off. I gave him a few of these. I gave him a few of these. I dropped him with a stone cold stunner and a rock bottom and kicked him out. He comes back upstairs with a smile on his face. And he says, "Is that because you won't go to the game with me?" I said, "You don't step out of my room right now. I'm going to place you on the top of the stairs and I'm going to give you one swift kick in your face."
This is Sparta.
Yep.
Well, he went to the game without me, thank the Lord. And I tried my best to sleep. Note the sentence. Tried my best. Why did I sit straight up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
That is scary.
Let me complete the question. Why did I sit straight up at 3 o'clock in the morning with my spider senses going nuts?
Oh, no.
There was a demon afoot.
Uh-huh. That little son of a bitch came strolling in the house, upstairs. I had 30 seconds to hide. Don't ask me how I got my big ass under the bed. He came in. He didn't hear me. But he touched my computer that had a night melody on it.
Mm-mm.
I waited. I waited until the next day. He came up to me and said, "You need to go to the Cubs game with me," and I wore him out again. And I politely told him, "Will you quit taking ass whoopings trying to convince me to go to a Cub game? I hate the Cubs. Period. More to the point, I hate Cub fans."
And you're one of them.
Then he tried to use logic and go, "Then why are you living with me? You offered, stupid." Then came the next to the final night I was living with this SOB. 2015, the Cubs were actually in the playoffs because of them winning the division. Actually, I take that back. They got in as a wild card. And he did it again. I'm sitting up in my room, minding my business, watching college football. He comes right in, plops right on the bed, and he says, "You're going to listen to me this time." "Oh, am I? I'm going to tell you why you should become a Cub fan." That was the last straw.
Out. Out. Out.
That was the last straw.
Out.
I picked him up.
Out.
I gave him an atomic drop at the top of the stairs. I slammed the door and I locked it.
Oh, boy.
When he was gone, so was I. I got the hell out of there. Wound up moving to LaPorte that day. He comes downstairs when I'm waiting in the house, when I'm waiting at the house to get the rest of my stuff, and he says, "Get your bleep and get out."
Ain't gotta tell me twice.
I got all my stuff out of there, heading to my car, headed back in to check everything. And then he said the one line that made me obliterate him. "I hope this works out for you."
In 2 words, he snapped.
I snapped. I did. I snapped. When he said, I hope this works out for you, and had that evil grin on his face,
That condescending tone.
that condescending tone that I would get from members of my family, which I'll talk about at a later date. And you know who the person is, Victor.
I know who it is. He starts with an N.
Mm-hmm. That condescending, evil tone.
Mm.
The titles are lost.
I lost it. And
Mhm.
I'm trying to look for a song here.
I was about to say that song I was just playing. I don't know if I need a therapist or a Thai massage. Let me go ask Kraft his opinion.
No,
Don't
he's
do
gonna
that.
say he's gonna
Don't
say to use
do that.
mustard instead of lotion.
Don't
No,
do
not doing it.
He'll tell you to use deep fried mustard.
No,
Don't do that.
don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a trap. Don't do
When
it.
he gave me that condescending, hope this works out for you, and began to walk away with a little zest in his legs, I went completely off. The first theme that came into my mind was this.
After a close out from hell.
Yep.
I delivered a few of those. The next thing in my head was this.
Goldberg.
Spear and a jackhammer.
The next thing in my head was this.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Bottom.
And y'all know me. I finished them off with this.
My God, that's Austin's music.
Stone Cold Stunner.
He's walking. He's talking. He's about to whoop somebody's ass.
And for good measure, I gave him a kick in the crotch that I missed. Why? Because he has no nuts.
He has no nuts.
Let's go to a break. I need to recover. I need some more ginger turmeric tea.
And we need to get Totally Deets.
We absolutely need to get Totally Deets. We need to get Totally.
We will be doing
I'm gonna
that.
hide in the corner because I'm a Cubs fan. Well, Tiger Stripes, you ain't heard nothing yet. Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, aka Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got Car Shield and it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV, and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I don't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave Car Shield a call. Coverage was very affordable, and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. They called Car Shield and saved my family and I $2,400.
Car Shield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give Car Shield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
Car Shield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-513-9263.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant.
What? I swear, I was checking out the new truck. It just got moved in.
Oh, now you tell me.
Who's driving the truck?
Up. We got a second truck now. I said, no, it's parked on top of my Benz again. We'll be back.
We'll move the sumbitch out of the way, man.
I did. They still ran the damn thing over. I gotta go talk to them about
leaving it there.
It's my spot. We'll be back.
Not anymore.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, aka Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got Car Shield and it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV, and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave Car Shield a call. Coverage was very affordable, and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. They called Car Shield and saved my family and I $2,400.
Car Shield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give Car Shield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
Car Shield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-513-9263.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I know I got to clean that up. 33 after the hour, and we owe y'all an ID.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Okay. Yes. I lost my space. We all... never mind.
We owe y'all an ID.
We owe y'all an ID.
Morning.
This is WBWSDB Chicago.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is WSMMDB, Indianapolis, Louisville, Cincinnati.
Talk.
What do I do now? I'm dealing with people right now trying to get my Benz up with a spatula after the truck ran it over.
Oh, our friend Corey used to do that all the time whenever we would get tongue tied.
God bless you, Corey.
Yeah, like dip, talk.
When I was afraid to ask him a favor,
right,
and I was going through a lot of turbulence at the time, he would just say, talk.
Right.
Ooh, this is intriguing.
What'd you find?
News just came out dealing with what happened with the infractions that Michigan had in the NCAA for football.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, their coach is going to get an extra game or two.
Sanctioning former head coach Jim Harbaugh with a show cause of 10 years and former Michigan defensive analyst Connor Stallone with a show cause of 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Ouch.
expected to face a $20 million fine in postseason football revenue over the next 2 seasons.
Well, that takes care of them.
He's gonna get Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fired. What?
I like the shorter way better.
You fired.
Who doesn't? Well,
I like the
Ray
shorter way better.
Ray gets to me sometimes, but he with those I can agree with.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the Big Ten,
It's
and speaking of somebody who knows a little something about stuff like this,
let's go.
It's time to get
to
it.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur. That's a full-blown fibrillation.
He's here. He's here.
Chris Dietz is indeed here. What up, Dietz?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, not much. I'm just reading up on these sanctions, and I got a full list of it.
Something so twisted for me for the Big Ten, as you always do, Dietz. I'm gonna let you have it. Go for it.
It's been a wild week. I have been. You know me, Snowman. When I get invested in something, I get obsessed.
Yes.
It's just my nature. So I saw I was watching a VTuber and they were reacting to a video, and it was the most hilarious video I've ever seen. So what did I do? I went and saw 3 more VTubers that reacted to the same video. So I watched the same video almost 4 times, just listening to other people react to it, and it was hilarious.
What was the video about?
So let me give you the backstory of this video. Okay. So there's this guy, a streamer. His name is Asian Andy.
Uh-oh.
Now the backstory to this video is his sister bought a house, and she fixed up the house and made it look all nice. And to offset those costs, she decided, well, I'm going to Airbnb my house when I'm not in it, allowing other people to use it and all of that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem. In the state that she lives in, if someone occupies a residence for a certain certain amount of time, let's just say it's 30 days. But I don't really know. I don't really know what the full thing is. But if they occupy it for a certain number of time, once they're in, you cannot kick them. In order to kick them out, you have to evict them.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Now you have to serve them with eviction papers, which means if they challenge the eviction, it goes to court. Now, we all know how court works. Court can be, hey, this takes a week, this takes a month, this takes several months.
Yes.
It could take a year.
It could take as long as the court, as long as the court is, as long as there's things going on. So what happened is this lady Airbnb'd her a room in Asian Andy's sister's house and would not leave.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't leave, wouldn't pay them, and wouldn't leave. Those are the 2 things. Would not pay for the room and wouldn't leave until the eviction was upheld by the court. So what did this guy do? So it's his sister. So he moves in and just annoys the hell out of her. and it's just, hey, and she's never come into this. She's never come into somebody. She's like, I'm gonna. And you see it in the video. She explains everything to him. Like, I'm gonna go to your bosses. I'm gonna do this. And he's like, I'm a streamer, bro. I am the boss. There you go. so he's just running his. So he's going live every day from the common room and just blasting music, like doing things that would just cause her to leave, because the only way they can get her out is if she leaves or if she initiates something that would create an arrest, and then they can move her out.
Right.
So that's the video. It's just him doing all of these ridiculous things and the cops coming and all this. And what it is it's called squatting. Yes. And anybody who's a squatter is a loser. Like you're just basically there. You're there, and they can't get rid of you until the court upholds the eviction.
And even after that, they'll still try to say, no, I'm not leaving. So you'll have to forcefully remove me.
So of course I'm watching this. I'm watching this, and I'm thinking, I'm like, how am I going to incorporate this in? Well, greatly, and I know what the viewers are saying. How does this relate to the Big Ten? Well, this takes place in California. What does the Big Ten have? The Big Ten has squatters from California in its midst, and guess what? They're in, and you can't get rid of them.
That's true.
Nope, they can't.
And to bring this to the Big Ten and these teams, you know, we talk about all the things, and we'll get to the main Big Ten, but UCLA is only interesting not because they got the quarterback from Tennessee. Their only interest this year is their quarterback transferred to Tennessee. So now at major points in the season, we're going to look back and go, oh, how's UCLA doing? How's Tennessee doing? And compare them. That's the only interesting thing they have this year.
Yep.
Other than that, they're not worth. Other than that, UCLA's not worth watching.
That's all they got.
The best thing I was just looking at all the schedules and everything. The best thing would be if somehow UCLA is able to get enough wins to be bowl eligible, and we get Tennessee versus UCLA in a bowl game. That would be fantastic. That's the only thing worth watching them for.
Makes sense.
But the bigger interest is in USC, and I want to talk about USC for a little bit, because it's how I look at college football. You know, when I look at teams in college football, I don't break them down based on. I try to break them down on what's happening on the field, but more importantly, what does the fan base feel about that team, and how do they measure what they're doing? Because, and that's what I find fascinating about USC, because are USC fans okay with a mediocre bowl game?
I love that.
Is that okay? I mean, for me, I'm not a USC fan, so I can't say whether that's a good. For me, if USC gets in a mediocre bowl game, that to me is not a USC season. That to me is like, all right, that's not that's how I judge it. But I don't know if that's okay for a USC fan. I don't know if they would accept that. And that's where USC is right now, where Lincoln Riley took over a program. We have to remember what Lincoln Riley took over. Like, people have been saying, is this a make or break season for Lincoln Riley? Like, what does that mean? Does that mean get to, 7-8 wins and go to the Gator.com bowl, or what some garbage bowl game?
Yep.
The Gator.com bowl.
Or is that 9 or is the benchmark 10, 11 wins, challenge for the Big Ten championship and get into the playoff? Like, what does that mean? Because you have to remember what I feel USC is. And what I remember of USC is after a game in Washington State, they left Lane Kiffin on the tarmac. Didn't even allow him on the plane because they lost to Washington State. Okay, that's the USC I remember. The USC I remember is Clay Helton, who Lincoln Riley replaced, won the Pac-12 and won a Rose Bowl against Saquon Barkley and Penn State.
Yes.
And 2 years later, he was fired. And replaced by Lincoln Riley, who, yes, made it to a Pac-12 championship, but got curb stomped by Utah.
They got smacked.
And not to mention, not only did they get curb stomped by Utah, they went on, and I believe it was the Sugar Bowl. Somebody can, fact check me on that one. Whatever bowl game they went to, they also got beat by Tulane in their bowl game.
That was the Cotton Bowl.
I knew it was a dog.
That was the Cotton. It was a New Year's Six. It was the Cotton Bowl in Dallas.
They missed the playoff. Went on, played Tulane, and Tulane beat USC in that game. Since then, they have not been in a prominent bowl game since.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm saying about you, and this is the funny thing about USC is, can USC challenge for? Yes, they have the talent. They have the talent to challenge for a Big Ten championship. Do they also have the talent to miss a bowl game completely? Absolutely. They can. That's how far they can go. And I want to see from USC fan, are you okay with 7 wins? Are you okay with 7 wins, or are you not?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to tell you. That's going to tell you everything you need to know about USC going forward.
Frankly, I can't wait to see them fall flat on their face. They have talent to compete, but they've been mediocre since they've been in the Big Ten.
Right, and you just look at the preview. You just look at the previews. They're predicted to finish 9th in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's where they're at. They're stuck in this conference, and talking about everything they have. They just, yes, they have Lincoln Riley. Yes, they have all these weapons on offense. They're built for the Pac-12. They're not built for the Big Ten. They don't have a defense that can play in the Big Ten. They're not big up front. They're not big in the trenches. They don't have that Ray Malaluga linebacker patrolling the middle that you need in the Big Ten, because Penn State's going to line up I formation and run the ball right down your throat. Iowa's going to line up I formation, 2 tight ends, and run the ball right down your throat.
Running right up the middle.
Nebraska, even though they're Matt Rule and they're in these, in the spread offense, what's their game based on? Handing the ball to the running back and running zone read. That's what they do. Michigan is going to line up in the eye and punch you in the mouth.
Yep.
Ohio State is going to do the same thing. That's the Big Ten. The Big Ten is center, guard, and tackle. The center and guard, that's where they're going to run the football, and USC is not built for that.
Nope.
Big Ten is run.
So we will see where they get to, but like I said, these 2 squatters have moved into the Big Ten, and it's like Snowman was saying last week, these California teams, they're in. You can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them until they want to leave.
Nope, you can't. You can't. And when the news first came down, the first thing I said in front of this microphone was, "What the hell is USC and UCLA going to the Big Ten for?" And then Deeps a day later came on and echoed the sentence we all are echoing right now. The logistics is a nightmare because they got to play teams that wake up in the morning. And we're talking Eastern time. You got teams that wake up in the morning ready to punch you in the face. And you mentioned some of them: Michigan, Ohio State, Iowa, Nebraska, to a point, Northwestern. They love running the football. They run it out of the spread, but they love running. They love running the football. So You have USC and UCLA. They're just there.
And that's going to be another graphic coming, I'm sure.
They're
I
just.
thought there was.
They're just there.
I had to move it.
Okay.
They're just there. You know, they're just there.
Yeah, they're basically there just to occupy space. That's it. that's the sole thing, and we'll see. And like I said, it all comes down to how do you feel? Do you feel? I mean, do you feel? It's always in college football. If expectations, and we're going to talk about expectations in a minute because we got a team that has a lot of expectations and everybody needs to calm down. But what do you expect? Are you expecting USC to be, the number one team and have them fighting for a championship every year, or are you okay with, hey, we win 7 games, we go to a bowl game?
USC has dropped to mediocre status. They're okay with 7 or 8 wins and going to a ball game, especially being in the Big Ten. When they were in the Pac-10, I'm not even saying Pac-12. When they were in the Pac-10, there was some pride there, especially when they see Notre Dame every year, especially
they
when
have
they
more to fight for.
UCLA every year, especially when they see Arizona, Washington State. There was some pride there. There's not there
more to
anymore.
fight for. And as long as they're in the news, it doesn't matter. As long as they're in the news, they can have 7 or 8 wins and be done with it. Sounds like teams we know.
And that was the other thing about USC is, and about these California teams making these changes. The thing about old school USC was they could dominate the Pac-12 after dark. Like they were the draw.
Yep.
Now you're playing in the Big Ten where your games are on at noon. Your games are on at 3:30. Your games, you're not in that night slot. You don't have that slot all to yourself anymore.
You don't have the Pac-12 at night. You don't have to.
You're going against the SEC. You're going against the ACC game of the week. Like you're not. No longer is it just, oh, it's 10 o'clock. Let's watch the USC game. Like the time slots just aren't conducive for them. So it doesn't make any sense, except for the fact that they can claim they're in the Big Ten.
And there's nothing there for them, honestly. There's nothing there for them except a lot of heartbreak. Let's get to this Michigan story. I want your thoughts on that and the fines and punishments that have come down.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I've got the full list of the fines and punishment. It's a 4-year probation, $50,000 fine plus 10% of the budget for the football program, a fine equivalent to the anticipated loss of all postseason competition revenue sharing associated with the 25 and 26 football seasons, a fine equivalent to the cost of 10% of the scholarships awarded to Michigan's football program in the 25-26 academic year, a 25% reduction of football official visits during the 25-26 season, and a 14-week probation on recruiting communications in the football program during the probation period.
Now, what is exactly is the charge that's being levied?
It's the sign stealing issue that they had.
Okay, so they're stealing signs while on the field. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Now let's get Dietz's thought on that.
So this all goes back to the Jim Harbaugh era.
Yep.
And all of that. So I really don't care. To be honest, Jim Harbaugh's no longer there. So it's fine. It's fine if you want. If you want to take revenue, if you want to take if the NCAA wants to fine them and say, hey, you were stealing signs during this, you made this much money, so you made this much money during that stretch. We want to take a cut of that because you acted like that's fine. But anything going forward, I mean, Jim Harbaugh's not there. It's a totally different program than it is now. This is the problem with the NCAA. You cannot go back and say, hey, you committed a foul 3 years ago, and
Right.
we're gonna now we're gonna make this is what happened with Miami, where they just said, "Oh, you committed all these fouls and became a great team, so now we're gonna punish the teams going forward." Like, no, like that's not how this works. Like,
Right.
the kids that came in, the kids that are there now have nothing to do with this.
Mhm.
So you're not punishing like.
You're
So
not punishing
I
Harbaugh.
really
You're punishing the kids that are already there that have nothing to do with the situation that he had created.
And I mean, my whole feeling on this sign stealing or whatever. If you're if your signs are getting stolen, get better signs.
Yep.
Like,
Or get
I
better
don't know what to tell you. Like, if your signs are that are that easy to figure out that they can just be stolen, get better signs.
Yep, get a better communication system also. You know,
Why not?
and something Dietz said a long time ago when he first came on the show, and it echoes true to this day. You make things harder than necessary. And there's so many teams in the let me say it this way. There's so many teams in the Big Ten that make it harder than necessary. The sign stealing thing. You know, Dietz just said, get better signs, get better way to communicate to your teams.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. Like they said, there were videotape. Like, there's videotape of everything at any level of football. There's videotape of everything.
Listen,
I coached in high school, and we used to look. We had people that, you know, when they were taping, we would look at the play and we would rewind it and go back and look at. All right, well, the coach has his hand up like this. That means this guy's blitzing. Like, is that stealing a sign? No, that's hey, that guy blitzed. Why did that guy blitz? And then you'd go, all right, he did that. Then you'd go look a couple plays later, see the same sign, see the same play, and go, all right, that's when we see that sign, we know that that's coming. Call out and tell our quarterback, hey, when you see this, call the protection that way.
It's what boxers do. Boxers, when they watch another boxer, they watch to see if they drop their shoulder, if they, you know, stutter one way or stutter another way, so they know when to actually counter. It's something.
It's like poker. If somebody has a tell and you have that tell, you're gonna exploit it. You know, somebody touches their glasses every time they've got aces. Hey, look, he's got aces. I'm not betting into him. Or, oh, look at this guy's. He didn't touch it. He didn't touch it. He doesn't have it. He's bluffing. Like that's everything. So, like, I don't really care. I think this is a mediocre story, a mediocre thing, and it should be treated as such. Like, hey, yeah, if the NCAA wants to make a big deal out of this, go take the revenue that they made from that season, make the school pay that, and move on. Don't punish the program further. Now, if it's a current program, if it's a guy who was still there, I'd be like, all right, you can punish them because the guy's still there. But you can't punish. There's nothing they can do to Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh's already moved on.
Yeah.
Right.
All JJ McCarthy's already moved on. Blake Corum's already moved on. None of those guys are there anymore. They don't. Nothing. It doesn't have to do anything with the program.
Right. We're up against the break, but where is Blake Corum anyway?
He's in LA. He's at the Rams.
You know what? I'll fight with Playmaker later. That's Chris Deeds. Who is your final question? No, it's too early.
I have a.
Do you have any kind of pick to win the Big Ten?
Oh yeah, I mean there's so much that we could get into in the Big Ten. The Big Ten is so just but
hold it. Matter of fact, hold that for Monday, and we'll bring.
I do want to ask a question, but it does have something to do with the NFL or with my NFL team.
Go for it.
Let's say Micah decides to go to trade. What do you get? What do you get for him, Chris?
You get a first round. You get someone's first round pick, and it better be a damn good first round pick. Like, you're not trading him to the Eagles, who are going to go to the Super Bowl. You're not trading him to Kansas City, who's going to go to the Super Bowl. You're getting a first round pick of like Arizona.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way you're trading him. Like, you're not going to trade him.
No, it's just I don't know what to.
You're not going to trade him you're not going to trade Micah Parsons just to get rid of him. Like, you're not going to take pennies on the dollar. You ask for whatever. Like, the Cowboys have control of him. They might as well keep control of him and keep making offers. But everything I've seen, Micah's asking for the world, and the Cowboys aren't going to give him the world. They're going to give him market value. And that's it.
Save the Big Ten. We'll do. You know what we're going to do? We'll do our deep dive on Monday into the Big Ten, and I'll set it for hour 1 because we got to dive into the Big Ten. So we'll set that for hour 1 on Monday. Christie's
and I wasn't trying to avoid Snowman's question because it's a legit one. But the Big Ten has set themselves up for who's going to be who they want their champion to be. And that's Ohio. You look at Ohio State. Ohio State's schedule is absolutely insane.
Yeah. That's why we're doing that's why the first hour of Monday we're gonna do a complete deep dive.
Yeah.
And when I say a complete deep dive,
they play just to finish so that everybody understands.
Yeah.
They play Penn State and Michigan. That's it. That's it. That's their schedule after Texas. After Texas, they play Penn State and
Michigan. Let me.
No Iowa, no Oregon, no Indiana. They don't play any. They don't play any of the tough teams. I don't understand how they got this.
Let me close this the way Dietz did a few years ago. They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and then they punished USC for playing. I will never forget that. Dietz joining us on this Friday. He'll be back with us on Monday to do a complete deep dive into the Big Ten. My brother, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Dietz.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
There's a pretty lady waiting for us who's a 2-time Emmy Award winner, and we're going to talk quarterbacks coming into this year. And I'm looking at this list, and it's pissed me off.
Oh, no. Is the list I came up with yesterday, or is it something different?
Yes.
the ranking list?
Back in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, aka Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got Car Shield and it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV, and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I don't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave Car Shield a call. Coverage was very affordable, and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic. They called Car Shield and saved my family on $2,400.
Car Shield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give Car Shield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
Car Shield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-513-9263.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
7 after the hour, and we owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is WJKS, Indianapolis, Chicago, and the world.
All right, let's stop messing around. This is going to be a fun season because of this pretty lady that we're bringing on. She is a weekly guest. She is a 2-time Emmy award-winning producer. She's a favorite on the show. Please help us welcome Deb Whitkus.
And she's going to be seeing me do a whole hell of a lot of this every Friday.
Oh, wait, am I on? No.
There she is.
Oh, I just threw my fucking notebook out the window. I'm not
One of my
joking.
favorite Eagles.
Hi, all. Happy Friday.
My notebook
Friday.
just went out the window. I'm dead serious.
How are you, Deb?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Let's start it off right.
Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-T-L-E-S, Eagles!
Now you know we can't have Deb on without playing the fight song of the world champions. And
legitimate side note, my notebook actually did go out the window.
Why did you just throw your notebook out the window?
Yes, because it's going to happen every Friday because I'm going to lose control over the prediction segment.
Did you hit anybody?
That's
No,
actually true.
thankfully.
Did you hit
Thankfully,
anybody?
no.
Okay. And plus, if anybody remembers the old game show Hollywood Squares, tune in Fridays when we do our NFL picks because we're going to have a lot of folks in here. All right. The subject of the day is Fox Sports' 10 best quarterbacks heading into the 2025 season.
Hold on. I'm going to look for this.
You know that I love this segment, and I had no idea what I was walking into this morning. And I have to be honest, I'm dead tired. I just have been at Rams practice like 3 times this week.
Look, we understand. My
And-
beautiful wife just walked by and said, well, we know who isn't in the top 10.
I wish
So
I brought my
Jody's-
shirt out. It says
So Jody's
it's too
getting
for
her
me.
shots in already. All right, I'm gonna turn this on I'm going to make Victor mad.
Oh God!
And I'm going to make him laugh at the same time. Because starting at number 10.
Go ahead.
I see it already. It's
They have Dak Prescott.
Why?
What?
No. Just no.
Is there a reason why everyone likes to pick on me? What is it? I'm gonna ask this to Deb.
Sorry. I forget that you're a Dallas fan.
I gotta ask that. Like, is it a person? Like, it seems like people hate Cowboy fans on a personal level.
No, it's not the. I mean, we do hate the fans because they sorry, I'm blatantly honest. No, but like you guys just get like you just need to back it up. Like you got like last season, the season before, like when you guys beat the Eagles. And literally, I heard about it for 2 weeks. I was like, okay, guys, like chill out.
I mean, look, I do deal with
nothing to back it up.
I mean, do. Go ahead.
No, I mean, and everyone knows the Cowboys always choke it towards the end of the season. Like it just seems to be a yearly thing. And you know me, I'm very Switzerland. Like I'll say what I feel.
It's 2 years ago. The Cowboys beat the Eagles, and then the moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation goes completely berserk, and then they played the Washington Redskins at the end of the season.
Yes, my friends were being mean to me, and I was like, I'm not mean to you guys when the Eagles beat Dallas.
Right, and I think that's the thing is that I think that because the Morocco Republic is so loud, that even fans like myself, who I think I'm a bit more rational than most,
you absolutely are.
Yes,
I
he
agree
is.
with that. Yeah,
we get trounced, and I get the strays anyway.
And I have to say, I was at Dallas training camp, and wow, you guys do it big. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I walked in and I was with a fellow reporter who I've worked with off and on for years. And he looked at me and he goes, this is a little overwhelming, isn't it? I thought that too. Because like it was huge. It was like 5,000 fans. You walk in, the merchandise for most training camps for teams are like a tent. There was 6 tents of merchandise.
Yeah, that's usually how it is.
Sparkled. It was like
I've been thinking that was their
everybody was
setup.
very nice, though. I have to say, very nice, very accommodating.
I was thinking that was their setup back in even in the 90s.
It looks like Brian Schottenheimer's trying to really like hold on to the reins because everyone's already looking at him as a pushover coach. That's what he's being written as right now.
Okay.
And it looks like he's trying to dispel that. Were you able to see any of that during your time at the camp, or?
I didn't even. I really didn't even see him. I because everybody was on Jerry Jones, to be honest. Like Jerry Jones was the focal point of it all. So I almost knocked over Jerry Jones. That's
Mr. Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I literally almost walked right into him and almost knocked him down. Security was like,
we wouldn't have blamed you if you did, honestly.
But something was interesting I've never seen before that was interesting at the Dallas training camp when Jerry Jones was being interviewed by NFL Network.
Yeah.
One reporter, usually it's a private thing. Literally everybody that could flock to that interview flocked to that interview. I even went over to see what I was missing, and I was like, "Oh, I can't jump in on her interview." You know what I mean? Like, I can't do this.
Right.
Like, let's be respectful. And people were filming it, so it was just a different experience than what I'm used to.
Gotcha.
My biggest question when it comes to Jerry Jones was he as bug-eyed as this?
Yes,
because yes, Terrell, it is you. At number 9, we have Jaden Daniels from Washington.
I'm surprised that he's at 9. Are they expecting the sophomore slump?
Yeah.
From that ranking, yes.
Yeah, they are.
That ranking, I believe they are expecting the sophomore slump. Take a look at this one. At number 8, from the Chargers, Justin Herbert. And I'd say that's a good position because to me, he still has a lot to prove. There's offensive weapons around him now. Good offensive weapons. there are good offensive weapons around him now, though they lost their starting tackle for the season, unfortunately, with a major injury, and that's going to hurt them.
Yep.
But
and they actually canceled the Rams joint practice that was supposed to be on Wednesday, and then the Rams ended up playing the Saints yesterday. And guys, the Saints look good. Keenan, Kellen Moore. Let's go.
I will wait and pass judgment on September 7th.
I don't disagree with you. That's the response I get. But I, to be honest, was a little shocked because the Rams look good and they were off. The offense was off yesterday in their pass game. Oh, we can talk about that later.
We know the West is going to go through either Los Angeles or San Francisco. At number At number 7, this is making me asking why.
Baker Mayfield.
He's poised to have a good season.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying they're kind of that dark horse, the bucket. You know what I mean?
I can see it.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
I feel it too. I feel like they're going to make a splash this season.
And also, you have to take consideration that now he's got some new weapons, including Emeka Egbuka they got from the first round of the draft.
Ibuka is going to be so huge for them.
Yeah.
Ibuka is going to be so huge because you get a young speed burner on one side of the field, and if he and Baker can develop a really good connection, there are going to be some numbers put up And
Chris Godwin's back, right? He'll be back.
Yeah, Godwin is back. Godwin is back.
And Evans is still there.
They missed him. They missed Godwin last year.
Absolutely.
Because they could not take advantage in the slot like they usually do with everyone covering Evans on the outside.
Yep.
At number 6, we go to Detroit and we find Jared Goff.
6?
I agree with that.
I agree with that all.
I guess they're expecting a slump. I thought he would be around 5.
I don't think there's going to be a slump with Jared Goff. Not with what he has in his stable. Here's where I pose a question of why. Because I think this fellow should be higher.
I see number 5.
Because at number 5, you have the world champion quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
Now,
I'll start this round. Why do you have him at number 5 when he basically put a foot in Kansas City in the Superdome?
Yes.
Jalen Hurts just cannot win.
He can't catch a break.
He can't win it over. He's always going to be the underdog.
He's a Super Bowl MVP.
I think it honestly makes him better, to be honest.
Hey, it got a ring.
It turns it into a positive.
He's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yes.
He's a Super Bowl champion. And they have him ranked this low?
I think a reason
happens every time.
Is that you notice, Snowman, you know this because of one of your favorite quarterbacks. People will nitpick and find reasons to keep someone out. I think a lot of people look at Jalen Hurts as a product of the tush push and nothing else, not seeing this dude's got a cannon for an arm and a great vision for the field.
They say it's the weapons around him that won the Super Bowl, not
exactly.
Now, where have I heard that before? Being a 49er fan since 1981.
Where have I heard that? Being a New England fan.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm a Cowboys fan. I give absolute props to Jalen Hurts for proving a lot of doubters wrong. Okay,
absolutely.
Now, I think the only reason they have him this low is the fact of just the sub 3,000 yard season last year. Maybe they're not expecting much out of him this year either. I mean, Saquon did go off for 2K.
Look, who cares? What do I always say on this show? And you all have heard me say it: to be the champs, you must unseat the champs. And the Eagles are the champs.
Yeah, but apparently they don't have a lot of faith in the quarterback.
Apparently they have a lot of.
They did last year. Look what happened.
The next 2 quarterbacks we're going to discuss together because they put them in the top 5, and I don't understand why on either of them.
Oh, no.
At number 4 is Joe Burrow from the Bengals. The look on Deb's face says everything.
Yeah.
And I like Joe Burrow.
So do I, and that's the look. He just hasn't performed up to par in recent years, I feel like.
He hasn't been upright.
No,
that is true.
His offensive line has really failed him in a lot of seasons.
Yeah,
and you can see he can throw the ball and he's accurate.
He's a great quarterback.
He's a great quarterback, but when you're minus a fellow
quarterback too, I think that's why he's ranked so high.
But when you're minus a fellow like Joe Mixon, All right. When you're minus a
Asking you
fellow
pay
like Joe,
attention. That's what a quarterback's supposed to look like.
Yeah, but I mean, statistically speaking, he had his best year last year, 49-18 with 43 touch.
Mm-hmm. But
So-
the Bengals just didn't get anywhere. So
No, because the rest of the team was
You're right.
the rest of that team was anemic.
Yeah.
Because their defense had nothing.
and their
Yeah.
offensive line
It's a
is
team sport.
yep, and their offensive
you're
line
right.
is so porous.
Yeah. That's kind of why I made that face too, because I was like, I like Joe and I think he's a great quarterback. I just like what happened. But no, you guys are right. Like it was the team around him and he didn't have any weapons.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Now, number 3 is going to spark an interesting discussion.
it's laughing.
I will tell you exactly why he's laughing. Why? Am I on the verge of laughing at number 3?
Why am I
Because
shaking
yes,
my head?
Lamar,
it
is you.
This man took Dale Earnhardt Jr. to court over the use of the number 8, and he's ranked 3rd in the QB list. What is wrong with this picture?
Okay, so here's the thing about Lamar Jackson. The man's been defending MVP, I believe, twice now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got good arms. He's very mobile. But it seems like this is a product of the Baltimore Ravens wanting to prop him up as like the next Michael Vick. Meanwhile, you have probably the most premier running back in your group, in your team.
Yes.
D Hen.
Henry.
DH.
Derrick
why
Henry
don't
is
you
right
just-
there.
Why? I've asked this question a lot since the deal has been done. We saw it in the AFC Championship game 2 years ago, and I will continue to ask it again. Why don't you turn and give the ball to Derrick Henry?
All you gotta do is do that 75 times.
Do they not trust this semi named Derrick Henry?
I don't think it's a matter of distrusting. It's a matter of they know who they want to prop up. They want to prop up their QB and make him the star of the show. Even though it caused you a win against the Cleveland Browns.
I'll give you 2 reasons why I do not trust Lamar Jackson, and I saw them both live. 2019, you had the Tennessee Titans with Derrick Henry at the time in your house, and you were the top seed, and you blew it. 4 years later, you get the Kansas City Chiefs. First time the Chiefs have ever had to go on the road to play the AFC Championship game in your house.
And
my next words are as follows. And you blew it. I understand Lamar Jackson's a heck of a quarterback. I understand he can run. Hey, I watched him at Florida State, and I was impressed also with his athletic ability and the way he runs, the way he runs the ball, and the way he gets the offense going. Baltimore needs a weapon. Baltimore needs an extra weapon. And you got to keep Lamar Jackson upright in the pocket. Because now you're only seeing one side of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he's
and
talking
that's his running.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see the whole package, get him a couple of extra weapons.
Good point.
Mark Andrews has got to stay healthy. Get him another tight end, because you can easily take that Baltimore offense and convert it into 2 tight ends and 2 wides.
Mhm.
And he's got weapons all over the place to throw, including Derrick Henry. Now, this next one, I just have to question why. I just have to question why Fox put him here.
Number 2
is Patrick Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes.
Well, he's not number 1.
Yeah.
Not after the Super Bowl.
That's kind of a shock too, because I thought they were going to put him at number 1.
I thought so too.
They
should put Jalen Hurts. They should put Jalen Hurts as number 1 because he delivered Kansas City a thing.
He's the champ.
He's the champ.
I mean, I agree with that, but yeah, they would never. That would never happen in a million years. I bet $1,000 somebody Jalen Hurts will never be ranked number 1 quarterback.
I'm not going to take that bet because I believe it. He can win many more Super Bowls, but they're always going to put someone above him.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's common sense, and Fox lacks common sense. So there you go.
That too.
And
He's a great quarterback. Let's be honest. I mean,
yes, he is.
He's
I mean, this is the same fellow I saw running out of bounds, getting ready to get sacked. And he tossed the ball left-handed,
I mean, he's
and it
amazing.
winds up being a first down.
Yeah, absolutely. You never put him behind the 8 ball because he will. That's why it was so shocking to see in the Super Bowl that just he got dismembered.
Kansas City got shelled.
That Eagles defense came to play.
They hunted, man.
And at number one.
Number one.
And at number one, God help me,
Caleb Williams.
It's obviously Josh Allen.
I'm sorry.
Caleb Williams. Shut your mouth.
It was.
Boy, you better shut up.
I'm sorry. No, at number one
is Josh Allen.
Is Josh Allen from Buffalo?
Of course. I agree. I do agree with that. Although he didn't win a Super Bowl, so maybe I don't agree with it.
Maybe I'm too practical for my own good. But if you're the top quarterback is the Super Bowl champion. That's the top dog. That's always been the top dog to me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree.
With the Final Four quarterbacks, I see why they're in the order that they're in.
I think with Josh Allen, it seems like he's always just like he's right there. He's always like he's just right there to turn the corner, and it's just. Whether it's Patrick Mahomes or it's just the Kansas City Chiefs as a whole or whoever, it's just that's the roadblock. But he's right there.
Well,
and in one case,
I was going to say it every year. Good.
And in one case, it was Cincinnati. And in one case, it was Cincinnati.
Right.
That walked into Rich Stadium and plowed them.
Yeah. No, and I say that every year. For like 4 years in a row, I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl. Last year, I didn't because I learned. But like every year, I'm like, because Josh Allen is just such a top tier quarterback. I believe in him, and I watch him on the field, and I'm like, oh my god! And they just can't seem to really get it together.
Yeah,
again, I'm glad because the Eagles are the Super Bowl champion. So I'm complaining. But where's Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford didn't make that.
No Matthew Stafford.
No Matthew Stafford.
And I know Snowman's going to go here. No Brock Purdy.
No, they. You know what?
All right, Snowman mad for this one. Okay. No Aaron Rodgers either.
Oh dear God!
I'm like laughing at that one.
I'm laughing at that one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm laughing at that one too.
Go ahead, Snowman.
Which quarterback do you think, Deb, has the absolute most to prove this year?
Ooh. Most to prove this year. JJ McCarthy.
I agree with that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's. I mean, everyone's excited to see what he's got. I don't think he has it. But I think they made a mistake. I think the Vikings made a mistake with getting rid of Sam Darnold. But
I think so.
Yeah.
Because they're putting the ball in JJ McCarthy's hands. I totally understand that. But there's a piece of evidence that they're missing from the evidence room. And that is the fact that Minnesota's running game was mediocre last year.
Mm-hmm.
For the simplest of reasons, they didn't trust it.
Yep.
I mean, he does have Justin Jefferson. We'll see what happens.
It's
coming quickly.
They got
Justin
Jefferson. They got Justin Jefferson. They got Jordan. Yeah. They got Jordan Addison.
Yep.
And we're gonna let Deb rest right now. So Deb, you go get some rest. Thank you for coming on very, very much. We love you.
See you guys later. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, Deb.
Bye.
We're getting out of here right now.
Who I think actually has a lot to prove, and I think he's got something to challenge? Daniel Jones.
I got one behind him. Purdy.
Who? Purdy. I think Purdy has proved himself to a good degree. I think the reason why I say Daniel Jones is because of just how
I know where you're going with Daniel Jones, and I totally agree with you. He has a better offense around him now.
Right. And he has such a porous season in New York.
Yeah, the poorest experience in New York.
Right. Now that he's got a real team in the Indianapolis Colts. Mm-hmm. Now we can actually see what he's made of.
The reason I put Purdy on the list is because of all of the naysayers that really just don't think Purdy is worth it. And I know Damien's going to open his mouth, so let me put my foot in his mouth right now. He's totally worth it.
Well, the thing is...
that didn't take long.
The thing is with Brock Purdy is that those haters will always be there. Those doubters will always be there.
Purdy's haters are like Jalen Hurts haters. They're always going to be there no matter what they achieve.
Yep.
They're always going to be there. Oh,
just like the
not the bronsexuals. Not the bronsexuals. Not the bronze. Why'd you have to bring the bronsexuals into this?
Because we all know that even when LeBron retires, they're still going to be around.
Because yes, LeBron, it is you.
Oh, dear God, yes. Dear God, yes.
I was wrong for breaking. I was wrong for doing that one. Number one, Caleb Williams.
And Deb told you to shut your face. Deb told you to shut your face.
And you know what? I deserve that one. I could have said Russell Wilson, but I'm like, no.
Don't you dare say Russell Wilson in front of her. What's wrong with you?
Or Justin Fields.
You know
We're getting
what?
out of here.
Justin Fields ain't got enough.
He's in the Jets, right?
Yes. Fortunately, he's on the Jets. And
He might actually have a good season with the Jets.
Don't you?
I mean, you could have brought. I mean, you could have brought up Geno Smith.
Oh no! I wouldn't do that to Snowman. I wouldn't do that to Snowman.
Before we get out of here, remember this.
Second down and short here. Purdy has one-on-one. George Kittle, goodbye! Heave-ho and a touchdown!
Fox provides the video. Joe Davis, the play-by-play announcer who called that touchdown to the animal, George Kittle.
I think he just walked in like that.
What was the purpose? What was the purpose of that? I mean, we all know that happened. What was the purpose of that?
To just remind everyone just how dangerous George Kittle is and how much he'll be dangerous this season.
And how much Purdy can throw under pressure.
Yeah,
we're getting out of here.
right.
We'll see you guys on Monday.
Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, then you know the rule. They're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. Fever basketball tonight, 7 o'clock. So long, everybody. And why are we getting the hell out of here early on a Friday? Well, A, because it's Friday. But why are we getting the hell out of here early? Because, yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It always will be you. Forever and ever. Amen.
Now I got to go downstairs and get the notebook that I chucked.
We'll see you Monday, folks. God bless you.
Y'all.